quarter when you checked out. You looked pretty upset with yourself. I'm sure after the last game you weren't playing to the level you wanted to play early. How were you able to get on track in the second quarter? What did you see that kind of got you into rhythm, and did you start to feel maybe more like yourself as the game went on?
Yeah, just trying to be like me, just play the game, forget about everything. So that's just what I kind of did.
Was it the shots, like the misses, that was like weighing on you, or was it something else that was kind of, you felt like keeping you from being yourself?
It was definitely, the misses, and then we were down 6, in a must-win game. So just kind of a little bit of both. But then we came back in the second quarter, played great defense, and everybody was together on that.
Luka, it was a tough 6-game series against OKC last year for you, and just wondered that the amount of pressure they put on the basketball. What is the key to deal with that? What are kind of some of the things that you try to do to counter it?
Yeah, just play through it. It was a very physical series. We were all very tired after that series, but it was fun. Definitely fun. OKC is a tough matchup, but those matchups are special. And like I said before, it's going to be a big challenge for us. But also, it's the games that it's fun to play.
I think you mentioned this in your answer to Dan, but you said feeling like yourself. I think since you've returned, we've asked you just how you felt about your own game. I guess, how have you felt over, I think it's been 22, 23 games you've had with this team, and what are the signs that you have of when you're feeling, I guess, to your full self again?
It's been great. We had some tough stretches, obviously. A lot of teams go through it. But, still adapting. It's all kind of like, I know it's been 2 months or something, but still adapting a little bit. It was a big change, but it's getting better.
Hey, Luka, with you being one of the leaders on this team, you have a guy like Dalton who, he may get a DNP one game and then come out and help you guys win. He's clearly a guy that can help. How do you kind of keep him motivated to stay after it, because you know that he can help you guys?
Yeah, it's a big time today, he didn't play 1 or 2 games, and just to come out is very tough, especially for rookie, and he stayed ready. It's a big respect for him, and everybody sees that, so you got to stay ready. We're going to need him for sure.
Last one, Dan. Luka, there was kind of a weird stat going around that up until tonight, you guys have been outscored when yourself, Austin, and LeBron have been on the court together. I guess I'm just curious kind of where you think you guys are together in terms of getting used to playing with one another, and it's been pretty good this last week, at least statistically. Are you feeling and seeing signs of more comfort when the three of you are out there together?
Yeah, obviously, like we talk about, it's still a work in progress. We had to have many practices together, but I think we're getting more comfortable, like you saw today. So I think it's getting better.
Thanks, Luka.
Thank you.
All right.
Great ball.
A dozen points for Dalton Knecht off the bench. He's speaking with Mike.
Hey, Dalton, JJ just mentioned that, he still has a lot of confidence that you can come in and help the team win games and, and put you into spots. Tonight being an example, have you had that conversation directly, or is it just kind of, when your name's called and, go out there and do what you can do?
Mainly just when my name's called, just go out there and be ready to shoot. And, my teammates have my back every single time I step on the court. They want me to be aggressive and play like I would do. So, shout out to all my vets.
Yeah, first quarter tonight, Alvarado was going off. Team had fell behind a little bit, and you came in and kind of hit a couple of shots in succession. Where did you get that just immediate confidence and kind of stop the run and see if you can get the team on the right foot?
Whenever I step on the court, I think I'm gonna shoot great, and tonight, prime example.
Yeah, Dalton, kind of on that same subject, you made your first 2 in a row, and then you were ready to go for that third one right away. Like, how quickly do you feel like yourself getting hot and know, like, I'm in the zone already, even though I just got in the game?
Yeah, when the first one goes in, I had the putback, and then the 3, and then, Bron was looking for me the whole entire time. So, Bron and Luka, AR, they make it real easy for you to get open shots and get yourself going.
Hey, Dalton, just, being a crowd favorite, right when you get off the bench, the crowd is going excited, you knock a couple down. Just what's that feeling like knowing that, hey, once I make these shots here, the crowd is roaring for me? How does that kind of motivate you for the rest of the game?
Yeah, it's real cool that I'm a fan favorite, so, every time I step on the court and hear them chant, I try to go put on a show for them. And I think that's what all of us try to go do is just go put on a show for the Lakers. They have a great fan base.
Hey Dalton, you got a nice inverted screen action with LeBron, and you were kind of spacing out for them as well. How do you feel your fit around kind of the big three with LeBron, Luka, and Austin in terms of how you fit with them offensively?
I think I fit good. Just I'm a shooter, and not only just that, I could go down and create my own shot and attack the rim and also play in the pick and roll with them. So I think I try to just help them as much as I can.
Dalton, you talked about just being ready when your name is called. You talk about just your process of staying ready. Have you been able to stay focused throughout the season and being ready when your name is called?
It's real simple. I got good vets like Keith to be there. He's been with a lot of rookies. He's been in kind of a similar situation, he told me. And just always making sure you're ready when your name's called and go out there and just be you.
Thanks, Dalton.
Appreciate it.
All right, that was Dalton Knecht. 12 points. Good to see Dalton get some run tonight. Time for Fish's Focus. What are you breaking down tonight?
Well, we talked about in the pregame some of the possessions where there was not a lot of movement offensively, and some of the possessions against the Warriors the night before. So similar situation, right? Screening, ball gets to DFS. Now the ball is in LeBron's hands. Some standing, but you see Dorian Finney-Smith kind of pointing to Jackson Hayes to go fill this space just to pull that defender towards him. DFS gets to the backside corner. Ball moves over the top. Here, LeBron had the thumb injury, but Jackson throws the ball in, and Luka's eyes are up, looking off the defense. But it's the discipline of Austin still trying to run to that strong side corner that pulls some energy his way. Ball goes to DFS. That's the 2025 NBA. Ball is at the rim. It gets kicked out for a three.
That's crazy.
Here, Jordan Goodwin was cutting, but then snapped back in here and found a gap in that zone. And then again, cutting without the basketball. One of the most efficient ways to score in the league now as well. And then this is just two teammates having enough reps and history together. Austin, that quick glance to the left you saw.
That guy's big matchup, OKC. It's a much different team. The Lakers played them early in the year, so it'll be interesting to see how they match up, Rob. But this OKC team, like JJ said, they are awfully tough to score on, and they have built something special there.
They have definitely built something special. Youth, size, strength, speed, and an enthusiasm for one another like no other. When you think about what they do together, when you talk about band of brothers, this is a band of brothers. So it's exciting to watch the love they have for one another.
Yeah, it should be fun. I mean, and the two-game set will be interesting as well. It'll be interesting to see how the Thunder handle each game in terms of who plays, who doesn't, and then how the Lakers make those adjustments as well.
Rob, say goodnight to big game.
Big game. I see